So, Mark, would you like to tell us what we're doing here and why we're standing on a piece of scrap metal?
Well, we're trying to move a piece of scrap metal 50 metres along the quay.
The scrap metal is an old oil rig which is literally going to go to scrap, but it has to be moved 50 metres up the quayside, which on the face of it you think wouldn't be too difficult. However,
Somebody left the ship in the way.
there's a big ship in the way, which means I'll just have a little walk around the corner. It means that the tug we've got here, which we would love to be able to square up and push, actually hasn't got enough room. So until we actually somehow or another get it moving, we are stuffed. This rig is what they call a jack-up rig, and I'm just going to show you one of the three legs which jack up and down. In fact, this one's moving now, I think. No, it's not moving. So this big triangular leg, if I go right up to the top, that used to stick another 40 or 50 metres up in the air, but they've taken the top off just to make it a bit easier to tow and reduce the weight. But if you look, you can actually see those are the legs going down under the water there. So, and the teeth you can see on the legs are the mechanism. It's a hydraulic mechanism that they use to, it's a big cog wheel that turns and engages on those teeth to jack it up and down. Unfortunately, this thing has been sat around for several years. We've had problems with the mechanism, and we're just hoping everything works today so we can actually get the job. Lovely foggy day on the Tees. Well, I'll show you what's happening. The legs got stuck. It's a bit noisy. So you can just see the cogs over there. Those are the things that turn it up. Makes a heck of a noise when it's trying. The legs got stuck. How many metres penetration we got in here?
3 metres.
About 3 metres penetration in the mud. And so what's happening is by trying to pull the leg up, which is stuck, what it's actually doing is, as you can see by the water running down, it's pulling the rig down. So on this end here, we're pretty close to the water. In fact, previously we've actually seen these underwater, haven't we, Mark?
Yes.
And it's quite exciting when it suddenly pops free, because it's like being on a high-speed elevator that's quite big. So we'll see what happens. We've got our.
At least a metre down.
Okay. We're at the forward end of the rig now. These are the two tugs which are waiting. They're now trying to move this leg in an attempt to wiggle it. Huh? This one's clear. This leg's clear. So we got no problem with this one. Oh, are we moving a bit closer? Okay. Right, okay. So I'm not sure if this is clear, but if you can see the angle on the railings on the barge against the quayside, the rig is clearly pulled down on that far end that we're looking at now, and we're up on this end, and they're just going to have to keep doing this, basically going around until such time as they can get all the legs free. Unfortunately, this is pretty much part and parcel of these jobs. Is you end up with the flaming rig getting stuck in the mud, and you can soak up a lot of hours just doing this while they get it free. And then when it does come free, it all gets a bit exciting. Anyway, see what happens. So here we are, nearly 2.5 hours later, and we are still nowhere near. Basically, we've tried all sorts of things. We've had the tugs have actually rotated us around on that leg, which is stuck at the other end there. You can see Mark just standing down there. He said he was in danger of getting his feet wet earlier on. They were pulling it that far down. but the leg is still firmly stuck. So yeah, sorry about that, just had a call there. So yeah, we've tried rotating around that leg just to try and break the suction. It hasn't worked as yet. We've rotated back again. We've gone about 5 or 10 degrees, initially anti-clockwise and then clockwise again. So this is what we keep doing. So we'll just have to keep going back and forth. He's just asked for another pull back around the port, so we'll get that going. Yeah, guardsmen, right, they've asked for another rotation back around anti-clockwise again, so if you'd like to do what you did first time around, please. So we'll see what happens. It's yeah, there's a lot hanging around, not much going on, which is the story of these jobs through and through. Oh, at least the fog's clearing a wee bit. Update time. It's now nearly 8 o'clock, and finally you can see by the levelness of the rig, we've finally got the rig leg to pop free. We just organised ourselves a couple of reliefs for 8 o'clock. Just sod's law. As soon as we'd organised them, the legs popped free, so we're stuck with this now until such time as we get the job done. Hopefully once the legs come all the way clear of the mud, we should be alright.